What's up everybody, it's Alex from ToxicateTV. Thank you very much for tuning in to Broken Sword, Shadows of the Templar, the Director's Cut. Now, remember the last episode when we, tried to get out? Well, the fact that the thugs are actually after the manuscript doesn't really give you any opportunity to leave the hotel in a common way. So, remember the fact that we were trying to, get over to the other room, 22, via going on a ledge? Well, pretty easily we'll just use this way and just jump. No, not really. You just need to,
I knew this was no
through
way
the manuscript down the alleyway.
But I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
Yep. It's not gonna be good then, so we'll just do it this way, right? So, going down that thingy. And going down the years, and down the years, and now we can finally leave that stupidly annoying, really annoying hotel. I really hated that part in the game.
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem, if you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check, nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh, well, alright.
Search him, Flap.
You bet!
See, because they'll search you and they'll find the manuscript, they're gonna kill
knock it off.
you.
Get off, you big ape!
Japan,
Nothing,
France, Great
Zilch.
Britain,
Our
US,
apologies.
Germany, and
What?
what's the last one?
I had to report
Italy.
you to the authorities.
Round here, we are the authorities.
Oh yeah,
You want
you're
us
from
to
the
break his
mafia.
arms?
No. Let him go, Flap.
Italy and Switzerland. Oh, who likes Switzerland? Anyways, let's get that manuscript and be happy that we now have it.
Was what Flap and Guido were after. They were going to be disappointed.
Oh yeah, they probably
I
would.
couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out.
Yeah, back in Nico's apartment.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, hi. Come in, Josh.
Come in, Josh. I long for your loins now. Okay, here we go.
You're just not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the U-Boot.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantark?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of two knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades. This guy, named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive.
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping.
Right. But we need to take another look.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
look at this one.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod. There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover? It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the Wicked Queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said mirror, mirror on the wall, wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid.
Oh,
Mom carried me out of the
poor
movie theater.
boy.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either.
Yeah, me neither.
A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea
With my discipline,
videbis.
By
let
my
the light be
teachings,
something.
you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Well, let's look in the middle.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse. Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Krone Museum. I'll give you the address.
Great. Now, we actually get... Let's talk about the manuscript first.
Let's take another look at the...
No, I actually do not want to look at them. Yeah, great.
There's
Now I have to look at everything again. Thank you.
There's but the
Stupid game.
through.
Now I can go.
I have.
Okay.
Now I can go. Now that triggered the map point to appear. It is, let's see. There. Musée Krone. Whatever it's pronounced. How about we'll just go in? Is it Krone? I don't really, my French is shit, so whatever. Okay. So there. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to punch my microphone. Sorry if that kind of gave you ear cancer or something. There are a few things that you have to examine. First of all, the tripod.
In the case was a spindly tripod, blackened with age and pitted with rust. It was identical to the tripod pictured on the manuscript. A notice identified it as 15th century from Western Ireland. It had been found in Loch Marne at the site of a Knights Templar preceptory. Ireland!
What's that?
This tripod was found in Ireland.
I will have to ask you to keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, I was excited.
Let's talk to the dude.
Pardon me,
He started to, disturb
Are
us.
you Lobino?
Oh no! Fancy you mistaking me for him. No. I am the deputy custodian.
But Lobino does work here.
Work? I wouldn't go so far as to call it that. He studies here most days, but as you can see for yourself, not today.
Alright. So what about the tripod?
Can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belonged to John Dee.
What?
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
Dee was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century. The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
Well, whatever it was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
Really?
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology.
Really? Okay. Ah, frick. That was
Can
a
I
search.
take a closer look at the tripod?
Stupid
What?
mouse.
Get it out of the case? Ah, no! That tripod is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
Okay, what about the alarm bell?
How is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has never failed yet.
Yes.
The sophistication is in its simplicity.
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar, though people often mistake me for one. It is the uniform, I guess. They see the clothes. They are impressed.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to park the... No. They assume I am an authority on the exhibits in my care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is, I am no scholar, not like Monsieur Lobineau.
But to be exact, if you would trim your beard like this, you would kind of look like Adolf Hitler, dude.
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
That's not
No,
a good...
Not
good
a sausage.
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
Yeah. It doesn't mention John Dee at all.
Most remiss.
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. Wait, 19 letters of it. The bottom row of the chart was too small even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult
That
education?
was my question all along.
I never thought of that. Do you think if I studied art and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history?
At your age? Dream on.
Wow. Couldn't you just give the dude a bit of hope?
Thanks for your help.
Man. Let's look at the totem. Totem. Ooh. Wobbly. That is super wobbly. And the sarcophagus. Sarcophagus? Sarcophagus?
Leave it alone. That closet is over 3,000 years old.
Well, duh. I'm over 3,000.
Closet?
I'm over 9,000.
Sarcophagus.
Sarcophagus, yeah. My bad. Okay. Now, there's another thing that you have to look is the window mechanism.
A metal rod attached to the wall was connected to the window.
Attention! Please do not open the window, monsieur.
Don't you think it's
Why?
kind of stuffy in here?
Better stuffy than dead.
What's the problem? Fumes from car exhausts?
Not just that, monsieur. There's a new burger bar opened up across the street. The Laughing Buffalo.
So what's the problem?
They cook their burgers on a charcoal grill, and the fat falls on the open flame. The amount of organic compound and smoke particles released is astounding. Since they opened, local air pollution has doubled, and it stinks like a funeral pyre. That is why I keep the windows closed.
Oh well. So, one thing about this place that has always eluded me, you can't actually do anything with the exception of looking at these things and noticing how they are. What you need to do now, after you look at everything, you notice the music by the way, you go back to, where is it? Rue Jarry. Back in Nicole's apartment. I always say
Hi.
Nicole.
I've been
I
to the
don't know why.
Kroon Museum.
Did you speak to Lobineau?
No, he wasn't there.
But the tripod's gonna be interesting to talk about.
I found the tripod.
Where?
In the museum. It belonged to the Templars. It was dug up in Ireland at a place called Loch Marne.
I have heard of Lochmarne. I read an article about the castle. Take a look for yourself.
A popular gossip magazine. You read that rubbish?
No, I write it.
Wow.
Professor Nigel Pegram, excavating the medieval castle at Loch Marne. That's strange.
What?
He resigned his chair at Durham University in order to devote his time to the excavation. Not only that, but he canceled the filming of a 4th series of his popular television program. This site at Loch Marne must be awful important to him.
He's a professor of history. They're all cuckoo.
All the same, I'd like to talk to this Professor Pegram. How do you feel about a trip to Ireland?
Disappointed.
Huh?
That I won't be going. I want to follow up the Bellotta case. If you really think Pegram's gem is important, why don't you visit Loch Marne?
On my own? I'm not so sure about that.
But you're
Where is
traveling in
Ireland
Europe.
Exactly.
Oh my, this is so American. Oh gosh. Do we actually have... I'm not really sure. I think you can just...
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Okay, see you later, bye. Let's see if there is... Yeah, you can now click to the airport. That's French for airport. Airport. And you could go to frickin' Ireland. Don't worry, we're not gonna go to every frickin' country in Europe. We're gonna go to other countries. Let me tell you that. And just for everyone who doesn't know what Europe is, this is Portugal, this is Spain, this is France, this is frickin' Italy, this is Switzerland, this is Austria, Germany, Belgium, this is about here, Luxembourg, that would be Netherlands, that's Denmark, that's Poland, that's Czech, don't know about that shit. I know that Denmark, and that's gonna be Sweden, that's Norway, I think. That's Ireland. Let's go there. Wow, way to go on my
passed the castle
knowledge
on the way to
here.
Loch Marne, the castle where Pegram's excavation was located.
Right, and now we're in Ireland, at the Irish Brothers of drinking games. Now, you couldn't really imagine anything else than, you know, going to Ireland, and the first thing that comes up into your mind is a pub. McDevitt's. Food, lounge bar, and drunken people, of course. What do you know? Alright. You can just probably talk to the inn owner. I think his name is something Irish, and
Top
probably...
of the morning to you.
I beg your pardon.
Well, that's what you Irish say, isn't it?
Top
You
of the
want
morning.
something? Or you just flaunting your xenophobia?
Well, I was trying to be sociable.
Is it a room you're after?
Sure.
That's not a bad idea. Do you have a vacancy?
I could, if you don't mind waiting until the last guest checks out.
No problem. When will that be?
When the undertaker comes to collect him.
Really? Okay. Well then, what about this dude?
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Indeed I do. Are you a friend of his, by any chance?
Oh no, I'm just trying to track him down.
Me too. That son of a bitch should be locked away.
Did Pegram stay here?
Yes, he did. 6 nights plus breakfast.
Oh, really? Well, how about a pint?
I'll try a glass of beer, please.
Is this your first pint of real ale?
Well,
I'll try a pint.
What's
Oh,
real
that's
ale anyhow?
bad.
Beer that's brewed from natural ingredients to traditional methods. It shouldn't be kept under pressure or refrigerated. And finally, it should have a good body and distinctive character.
Like good beer
In other
should.
words, it's flat and worn with bits in, and it makes you fall over.
Give me that ale. Gulp, 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 gulp. I could... Wow, that was fast and drinking. Okay, we don't need to talk to him about the clown.
Look, I gotta be going.
What we need to do is talk to the yellow dude who looks like Waldo, but with normal
My
clothes
name's
on.
George.
Pleased to meet you, mister. My name's Fitzgerald.
You don't look Irish, Mr. Fitzgerald.
Do you know Professor Pegram?
He's the archaeologist, isn't he?
That's right.
Yeah.
Did you work at Professor Pegram's dig?
What gave you that idea?
I don't know.
What can you tell me about the castle?
There was nothing there. Just an old ruin.
How old?
I really couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Have you ever explored the castle yourself?
I used to play there sometimes, when I was a kid. Then one of the little ones fell off the wall, broke his head and died. We didn't go there anymore.
Good
You haven't
story.
been up there recently?
Good story.
No.
Okay, well, do you know this dude?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I'm sure I don't know him.
Alright. What about this?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No.
Alright. I think
See you
that's
later.
everything. Let's talk to this dude. Of course, he's also named
Hi,
something.
my name's Stobart, George Stobart.
Hello there, mister. What can I do for you?
What can I do you for? That's what
Do
it
you know
says.
Professor Pegram?
Do I know him? Do I know the good professor himself? No, I don't. I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know him to talk to.
Do
Okay.
you know anything about Pegram's excavation?
Only that he didn't have the right tools for the job. What he needed was shovels and a JCB.
Pegram was digging for historical remains, not coal.
Is that a fact? What the hell for?
It's the science of archaeology, Pat. Understanding how people used to live by what they've left behind. One day archaeologists might be digging up our remains.
Imagine that, Mr. O'Brien. I wonder what they'll find.
Well, it won't be arrowheads and beakers. Fast food cartons and flavored condoms, more likely.
Did anyone
Right.
from the village work at Pegram's dig?
I tried it myself, but that high and mighty history man called me incontinent. What a nerve. Hadn't I dug more holes than the rest of them put together?
Right.
Can you tell me anything about the castle on the hill?
Oh, I don't know much about anything. You should ask Mr. O'Brien here. He does joined up writing. Would you be one of them history fellas yourself?
Sure.
That's right. Professor Stobart, Miskatonic University.
You're an archaeologist, and you're asking us about the castle.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien. The gentleman was talking to me. How come you didn't leave with the others?
I didn't know they'd gone.
Oh, yes. Packed their spades and shovels and away they went.
Seems I missed all the excitement.
What excitement.
Well, do you know this dude?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
It's a handsome mug on that fella, to be sure. Is he a film star?
No, he's
Bye
not.
for now.
In any case, I guess we need to pick up this. Yeah, I think we do.
It was a beer-stained piece of toweling.
Super important. Also, we need to talk to this dude.
Hi there, old-timer. What?
You just
Nasty
sneezed.
cold you've got there. As soon as the words left my lips, I regretted them.
Is there such a thing as a cold which isn't nasty? I put
No.
the question to Father Mahoney. Father, says I, why were we born to suffer snot?
What did he say?
He said, it's my reward for being out all night like a sinner. Pious prig. Anyway, this is no ordinary cold. 'Tis the hay fever.
Pollinosis?
Thank you. You're not a policeman, are you?
Excuse
Nope.
me?
Police? No. I'd know it if you were.
Sure. What about that
Can
castle?
you tell me how to get into the castle?
Don't even think about it, me bucko. Lochbarn Castle is haunted.
Ghosts don't bother me.
Oh.
I still want to visit that castle.
You can't. It's not open to the public.
There's no one around to stop me, is there?
That's right. Nothing human, anyhow.
Alright. What about this thing that you have in your
What's
hands?
that you're making?
It's a necklace, me bucko.
Oh, sure. Made out of steel wire?
That's right. A necklace for my pretty one. When my little lover feels it round her slender neck, she'll be mine. All mine.
Sure. Excuse me, I have to
I'll
go.
see you later.
Alright. Now, here's a bit of timing that you have to do. When he sneezes, you'll try to pick that stuff up. And now, he misses his thing. And his thing is not his wiener. Anyway, I guess we'll just close up this episode, and I'll see you back in Ireland on ToxicateTV. Be sure to subscribe to the channel to get new video updates on the Let's Play of Broken Sword and other Let's Plays that I'm uploading. And thank you very much for watching. See you around. Take care. Goodbye.